Good evening, Ken here from the Dyslexic Investor, and we're going to be looking at a 15-minute chart of what happened today. So this is September 24th, 2019. And just want to break down on how I look at a daily chart. This is a literally one-day chart, and this is each little ticker here is 15 minutes. So what I normally don't day trade or look at anything this short term. But if it's just big drastic moves like this is in the S&P 500. We were almost down. We're like at 3,000, and then we nearly cut it by 50 points. That's almost a little over a percent. That's a pretty significant amount. Oh, excuse me. So I just wanted to break down some couple key times to be aware of when you're looking at these various daily charts. Of course, it's always easier to do it in hindsight. Monday quarterbacking, whatever you guys want to call it. But again, I follow these very simplistic methods of just that 21 exponential moving average is a very key moving average for me on every chart. Anyway, anything from the 15 minutes, which is probably the lowest level that I go down to, and then all the way up to my weekly and monthly charts. So you can see here, opened up pretty decently, opening up fairly, hitting nearly an all-time high, which is up here on that. So we're going to zoom back in here. So the gray area is actually the before the market opens. So this is in the evening, the night, and so forth. And then at 9:30, you hear ding, ding, ding. The market opens. It had a nice shoot up. Kind of showed a very little topish here, and then start breaking below the 21. So a key factor for me, I can kind of tell which way, kind of day it's going to be. If by like 10 o'clock, and I just quickly look, if it's below the 21, and a lot of things are crossing below it, like this crossed below it here at like 8:15, and it never really kind of came up, so it didn't really show that much momentum of these moving averages kind of spiking up and maintaining above the 21. All these start cutting below the 21 here. Was a sign for me that it could be a down day, but again, not to this extent. No one can really see this coming. It's just a understanding of the trend. So this continues to trend lower and lower and lower. Again, by 10 o'clock is usually at the first 30 minutes, things are kind of hectic. That's a huge volume here on the little blue candles here. The blue bars here, you can see this is just the volume on the very bottom here, so pretty high volume. So the biggest time, or most people that are doing air quotes day trade, is between 9:30 and like 11, and then back again from like 3 to 4. So like from 15 to basically 4 o'clock, you'll have a lot of volume as well, and sometimes around 12:30, 1 o'clock as well, where you can see these volume spikes come in. This is on a daily thing, so we can go back a couple other days and look at it. So as again here, it maintained not breaking above the 21. This 21 still sloping down very drastically. And when you see candles that are this red and that big on any chart, it's a sign that there's a lot of capitulation of just the downward momentum. Like, you don't want to buy the next candle after this, like, unless you just want to gamble your money away. These are huge tick downs. And again, there's this thing called the 12:30 bid of seeing at 12:30 is usually the lowest part of the day. So let's just do another example. We're going to go back here. Let's just going to just look at Monday. Again, looking at the 21 here, the yellow line, you see kind of started at lower, kind of started higher, kind of bouncing around. Moving averages still the 8 and 5 below the 21. Then around 11 o'clock, when a lot of the day trading stopped, a lot of people were out of their positions. There's a lot of capitulation of just not knowing where it's going. Things kind of spiked up and then continue to spike up. Then kind of leveling off. You see here the moving averages, the 5 does cross the 8, but they didn't go past the 21 and continue to trade higher. Another crazy down day was the Friday. Right here you can see Again, huge volume at 12:30. 12:30, 9 to 10, and then 3 to 4. Huge volumes. Basically here, these crossed the 21. Guess what? They had a tough time getting back below it, and then a huge red candle, which you don't want to buy that next trade. Like, it could be a dead cat bounce, which was kind of happened here and then continue to fizzle lower. So let's look at, this is past Wednesday. Again, opening up below the 21, don't want to buy this if you're along the long side. Then you see here, not that much trading here on a Wednesday around the 12 o'clock, but again, the big volume here. And this is, I think, the Fed meeting, actually. This is when the Fed stuff came out, didn't it? Spiked substantially lower and then came back up. Again, this is news driven, so this is an event that came up, so probably people were ready to trade it. But that being said, looking forward here, as of right now at 8:43 p.m. on the 24th of September, again, the moving averages are starting to go below the 21 again. We could just flatline throughout the day, but with the news of Trump impeachment and all the stuff that could be going on politically, it probably could be a pretty volatile day starting in tomorrow. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please leave it down in the comment section below, and I will get to it as soon as possible. Again, this is Ken Bates from signing off from the Dyslexic Investor. Have a wonderful evening. Peace.